your competitive nature in that one wasn't necessarily reflected in the scoreboard in the end?
Yeah, I don't even know what it was in the end. I think it blew out a bit late, 34 points or something. So I think anyone that watched the game and watched us would think we're well in the game. I think they thought we were well in the game. They moved around, a lot of players tried to isolate Taru deep, move Daicos around and all that. So, I thought we took it, which we wanted to and needed to, a step forward with our mindset and our approach to attacking the game and energy and fight. So that was really pleasing. Thought we saw a lot of good stuff our system. We took a fair bit of their system away from them. And, three-quarter time, really optimistic. We go ahead and get it done. I think we started well. There's just one issue. We had 2 quarters, second quarter and the fourth quarter, where we turned it over. We know they're a good pressing team and a pressure team, but we did turn. How much of it was their good pressure and how much was our decision and system? And they just went back and scored. That's where most of their turnover score come from. Our stoppage work was good. We had double the amount of entries around the ground. They didn't score from anywhere else. They're number one at D-mid of intercept and bouncing and scoring. They didn't do that, or they weren't able to do that. So centre square bounce first quarter was poor, and then we bounced back in there. So, it was that, what did they kick, 6-3. So it's been a recurring theme for us within games and throughout the year. So we'll just keep working hard to fix it. But there was a lot of other parts of our game in really good order. So, I like the step we took today for that group. It's interesting playing against them. You're prepared. They're very professional, very experienced, as we all know, very, very experienced. And they're conservative in a lot of ways. They come out of defence and control the ball, but off a bounce, we took it off their stoppage bounce. Off a quick turnover, they'll really go. Outside of that, they're interesting. Yeah, they're really interesting and very professional in how they manage the game and protect themselves. So, it'll be interesting.
You mentioned last week that the win over Melbourne, you didn't play a sustainable style of football and you were aware of it.
Parts of it in the contest and stoppage?
Do you feel like you got that tonight, that more sustainable look?
Yeah. Like midfield clearance, entry 17-9, centre square bounce. Whereas Melbourne dominated, we just beat them on the outside. So, there was some really good. The non-sustainable bit is the second and fourth quarter. All credit to them press, but sometimes we're out, extra handball or should take ground. It's interesting. But we'll dive in. I haven't got some ideas, but.
Can you please talk us through the Mateus Philippou?
I can't hear you, sorry.
Can you please talk us through the Mateus Philippou withdrawal? It looked like he hurt himself in the warm-up. You had a conversation with him.
Yeah. So, as you'd be aware, he missed a couple with not a minor injury, but a plantaris and tore, and it was okay. We thought he'd get back a week early. He trained fully. Our sports science were a bit concerned that he could do a soft tissue injury under a full game. And he was keen to play, and we were. So he was in the warm-up, everything was normal. We're going to let Ryan Burns play a half in the VFL today, but it was like, Brad Hill had a bit of a virus, and so I was like, no, we'll keep him. Everything's smooth, and then I got a call from David Misson. Mateus feels sore down around that part of his leg, so not dramatically, but he was pretty upset with it, and we said, no worries, no problem. So I got on the phone and said, mate, don't worry about it, you're fine, we love you, and don't get too upset, and let's get you right. So and then we had a discussion, do you put Toby in or do you bring Burns? And so Ronnie just gave us a bit of flexibility that Mateus gave us, so that's the way we went. So he'll be upset, I'll get to him and we'll work our way through it, but hopefully he's okay in the short and longer term.
So do you think he'll get up for next week?
Well, in fairness, we've got to do investigations. They scan things. We'll just wait. I'm not an expert. Yeah, I'll update you, but we'll get to the market. We don't put TBA, right? We try and put the term.
Alex Taru, a lot of hype around his debut. How did you assess his performance tonight?
Yeah, it's a bit to like. I think we like that he's a simple player, does the simple things well. I thought he was tough, head over the ball, launched. I think he can only get better from here. But he's a very athletic young player. Come off a low base still. He had a pass defect, hardly did a pre-season in 4 weeks. So, yeah, there's a bit to like. Another debutant, I think. I wish that was a competition, right? So we'd be in a prelim, wouldn't we? But it's not about that.
Well,
We all
yeah,
know that.
7 debutants for the season, I guess. How do you...
Pardon?
7 debutants for the season, I think.
Yeah.
Now, how do you assess the young brigade as a whole that you've been able to expose this year?
I don't know. I think we'll just sit down at the end of the year and have a good look at it. You know, to do it on the run's a bit dangerous. It's not just about playing anyone, or I play you, right? So it's quantitative and qualitative. Not myself, right? Not good enough. So, yeah, we've got to determine the quality of performance at the end of the year and how we're going. But yeah, we'll keep diving in there.
The Windhager-Daicos duel lived up to expectations. Ross, what was your assessment of that one?
What did you think it lived up to? I'm allowed to ask Roger a question because he doesn't think I'm having a go at him, right? So, what do you think it ended up?
Oh, it was a great duel.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I think it was fine. I think they both had their moments, right? I think Daicos had a fair bit of ball. He had more entries. He moved around. I thought we handled that. I don't know. We'll probably go early. Look at a couple of those free kicks. I'm not sure they're free kicks, but I think we'll take that in and ask the question.
Yeah.
Are there 2 sets of rules going around? I'm not sure. I don't know. Will I say that? I don't know. Yeah, but I think he's a great player. We know that, great young player. We, you know, at the end they get the points. They go, it didn't work. Probably when even and you come from 20 points down, it's looking good. We say it's working, right? So I don't know. Yeah, I like the theatre of it. There's a lot of noise, bit of theatrics. Both teams supporting their player. I think it's great for the game, isn't it?
Do you, Marcus came into this game in really good form?
Who did?
Marcus has come into this game in really good form.
As a tagger.
Just with his form generally, he's had a few really good games.
Yeah.
Do you give him a pass mark for the job he did tonight?
Oh, look, I have to go and assess it. I loved his spirit. I love he was in. Stress under load equals growth. I'm sure he was stressed playing on a great player against an incredibly experienced team. They come after him. I think Marcus gets stronger and, you know, he'll be forged a little bit more and gets harder. Like I said to him, it reminds me of Ryan Crowley and Clint Jones and Cameron Ling. I said, love it, mate. He had a laugh, right? So he's a ripping kid.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.